All right, well, in addition to having to shovel this all by hand, and I'll explain that while I'm doing it, each railroad tie must go. Now I've cleared enough for this top one right here to go, so I'm going to pull it out for easier up and down, because, well, each one is heavy and going to be a pain. But as we take it out, you're probably wondering, okay, why not a bigger cart? Because I did think about the bigger cart. It is 3 feet by 20 inches by 10 deep with a 600-pound capacity. The next one up holds 1,200 pounds. And as you see, this is why, obviously, the whole thing is really starting to collapse from year to year, getting real bad now. But it is all downhill. And it's a small downhill, don't get me wrong, I know. But think about having to control 1,000 pounds down the little slope. Down the path. So we travel the path around the corner. Now each railroad tie, well, some of the better ones I'm going to leave up there for a small thing up there, but generally, well, I cleared out the few rocks that were here so I could start to dump over the embankment, and then I'm going to line up some of the railroad ties, and I'll get the cup out of there because it's lovely. But I'll put some of the railroad ties, a couple against the trees there, and a couple against some of the trees that are here to keep it from going down too far. Make sort of a natural barrier so it piles up a little quicker, and then we will just take it as far as it goes, as far as it goes. And I just assume bury the railroad ties here. They're old enough where most of the bad shit is out of them at this point, instead of bringing them over to the dump where they'll just end up getting buried somewhere else. So at least they'll still be buried, but at least they're more likely to rot away, since some of them will be partially exposed. And yeah, so it is just a little hill. And now for the railroad tie. And I'll actually use a different camera somewhere along the lines to show some of the effort that goes into the little project here. And I know this isn't really, but hey, putting the effort in, might as well show the effort, so not only I will see how much better it seems after, because this used to be a raised horseshoe pit. That's why you see the post and there, and the remains of one there. And it's not been, and nor could you without clearing trees. But for me, it's more yard. And for can't use any real equipment, one, because of the neighbor's lovely fence, and where their swing set is where the septic system is, plus where I'm standing here is the tank. And I originally was going to use the dirt to grade in around the septic, but sort of unfriendly neighbors put up ugly little fence thing. So now I'll truck it further and make the best of it. Let's see how it goes. First railroad tie, I'm going to take it out now, and then make it a little easier for the in and out. All right, here's some little home project. I have to remove this. I'm removing all of this. Using nothing but the shovel and the cart. And, well, it's per one railroad tie. To get the depth, it is 6 of these, and then we're hauling them down and around to the front and dumping them over a different embankment. But be curious. So we're 6 loads in. How many loads do you think it's gonna take to get rid of all of this? Yeah, leave a comment with your best guess, and I'm just gonna do some random go along updates as we go, and we'll see where we get when we get there. Enjoy. Oh, you can see just how rotted it came off in 2 pieces. And unfortunately, the shovel has broken. Went to take a scoop, snapped the shovel. So we're just gonna take a rope to wrap it around the end and drag it away and go buy ourselves a new shovel. The next look, we'll see, because I'm not doing a ton of this today. For me, it is Sunday, which is also household chore day before the work week starts. Laundry, dishes, all of that regular stuff we all have to do, but a slow work in progress. And we'll see where we get after we go get a new shovel. All right. Admittedly, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm sick of the mosquitoes, the ticks, but I'm through the first 3 worth. You know, it is what it is. Not great, not so bad. The little cart so far holding up pretty well. My lovely trail of trail marks. Couple of spills today on the turnaround after going down this hill, but not so bad. Ooh. The shade. The long trudge. Enjoy the trudge with me. But inevitably the path is getting a little bit shorter. And that's basically what I'm going to be doing here to stop the layers. And on the side, well, I started stacking some rocks to help retain that side, as I have to throw a few more in there, but we'll load that up with big rocks, fill this in, and basically this is the plan for as we move down that way. Hopefully it eventually will start to look like something, you know, whatever I can fill in there with is getting filled in or buried or used as a barrier, and well, we'll see. But that is enough for today. A shower so I can stop feeling like I have bugs all over me, and we'll pick it up. Well, it's the start of the work week. We'll pick it up on our next day off and see where we get. Like I said, how many cartloads do you think it's going to take to get rid of that thing? That is somewhere in the, I don't know, let's see, around 15 to just get that much done. So let me know what you think.